hope your new year, the very first week of it, has been awesome. I know mine has, and it's been a whirlwind of a week. This is Jimmy G in the place to be, bringing you to another awesome episode of The Good, the Bad, the Awesome, where we unbox, give my first reaction to all things pop culture, mainly Star Wars, Transformers, anime, McFarlane figures sprinkled in with a bunch of other stuff. So if you hear that and you like it, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, get notified when we have new videos. And if you've been here before, thank you so much. And so we do have our 1,000 subscriber giveaway going on till February 14th, when we'll draw the names on the 15th. So make sure you enter that. I'll put a link in the description down below. We're also going to change up just kind of the frequency of videos just for a little bit. Just going to give it a try, see if I can make it happen. If I can't, then it may just switch back. But on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're going to see Star Wars, anime, McFarlane, sprinkled in with a bunch of other stuff. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays will be Transformers Dedicated. So Transformers Dedicated on Tuesday and Thursday, with everything else on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So that's what I'm going to try to do, try to get a video out, at least 5 of them a week. I'm going to see if I can churn those out and give you some really good content. And if I can't, I'll let you know. Well, this is one of those Transformers days, and today we're going to be looking at one of 2 Transformers from my favorite genre. Is the G1 Japanese continuity. So as y'all know, there were 4 shows after G1 ended. Can you all name all 4? Japanese theme playing. So those are Headmasters, Super-God Masterforce, Victory, and Zone. And I've been digging those. Victory is my favorite. Super-God Masterforce had to be second. I haven't really watched much of Headmasters, and Zone is only like 1 episode, and it's only got Atlas and Big Powered in that, which I do have, which we will review and do in our Japanese series of Transformers, which is just kicking off right now. So we're going to go to Super-God Masterforce, and I've got 2 FansHobby figures here, 2 very popular ones. We've got FansHobby Destroyer and FansHobby Learnian. So we got aka Buster and aka Hydra, who both combine to form Dreadwing. But we're not going to look at both of them today. We're just going to look at this one right here. So let's go to my lab and take a look at Destroyer, aka Buster. Welcome to Jimmy G's little shop of horrors, where we'll dissect, put back together, make them stronger. This is FansHobby Destroyer, aka Buster from SuperGod Masterforce. And if you don't know much about SuperGod Masterforce, I'll put a link down below, but we'll tell you a little bit about Buster. He is a human who joined the Decepticons as Godmaster with his elder brother Hydra. Also, Buster, they're never apart. Both as vehicles can combine into Darkwings. A former DJ, Buster loves birds, even owning several. Reportedly, he is able to convey his thoughts to them. What good this serves is anybody's guess. They also have near instant healing abilities. Literally in the blink of an eye, this healing seems to be more vulnerable to physical weapons than to energy. When Diver's axe was struck into Buster's arms, the wound wasn't able to heal around it, and Buster remained in pain even after it was removed. As you can see, Buster turns into a fighter jet on here, so that is awesome. SuperGod Masterforce had these like power pilots. That's who they are right there. Plugged in, that gave him power, and then of course this guy combines and stuff like that. So here is the box, the packaging, looking so beautiful, the good old homage. I hope Toy Hacks comes out with some stickers for these guys, because I think they'll be cool. Here is the backs. You can use the FansHobby display stand, which is sold separately, which I do not have, which I need to have. You also can see the combined mode down here with Learnian, aka Hydra, robot mode, powder mode, fighter jet, and then this little poster down below that shows all the wonderful FansHobby toys that are out there. And then on the side you have the box there and all that good stuff. So let's get this person out of the box and onto my table. here it is on my table. Good old Buster Brown. So we've got everything that came in the box. First thing you can see right here is the flight stand that you get. Those do peg in underneath down here so that you can really make some beautiful, beautiful flight stand stuff happening. So let's put Buster aside for a second. We also get 2 of his guns. There they are. Very, very cool. And you're like, where does he hold them? Right here. There the handle is. It's got this little slidey thing that'll be awesome where you can kind of peg that in. You also get the instructions, some stickers, as well as his power card right here. Those will come in handy. And then you get the power pilot itself right here. This is Buster in his power armor adult superhero form there. And so let's take a closer look at him first, but that looks very cool. Love the armor, love how it looks. You can kind of see a picture from the cartoon, just kind of seeing how that goes. I got these legs on backwards, so I'll make sure to put those back on the right way before we start transforming him and doing things like that. But with him, you don't have much articulation, just up, down. You have the elbow band here, no waist, but this is on a ball joint, as you can see when I pulled things off there too as well. So let's get him standing up. Like I said, I'll get his legs situated here in just a little bit. Maybe I have him on the right, I don't know, we'll see. And then here is Buster, aka Destroyer, or Destroyer, aka Buster himself. So look at that, is really cool. Now I have the another jet that was built off of this mold, which is was it Marksman, or I don't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, Marksman. It was a TFCon exclusive, and I'll put a link to that video too as well, that you can see the transformation and all that good stuff with that. But this is him. So pretty much he's a robot underneath a jet, but the top, I love the colors, the red, the white, the grays. The plastic feels really, really good. You can kind of see, here's the waist, here's the feet, here's the arms. So it just doesn't do a lot to hide who he is right there. And some paint effects on here, some paint job. Really good, no like overspray or anything like that. So you also have your landing gear, which is right in here. For this one too as well, and your landing gears, which are right here too, so that way if you want to have it displayed in jet mode, landed, you can. This of course is a gimmick that we'll see about a little bit later, but it is very cool. Feels good. Love this. It looks like you remember the Thunderbirds, the stunt fighters, not the Blue Angels, but the Thunderbirds, the F-16s. That's what this reminds me a lot of. And so from a height standpoint, that's how big, height wise. Lengthwise, you can kind of see from blade, that's what you're looking at too as well. So not a lot of articulation in jet mode, but that's okay. That's not why we're here. We're here for robot mode too as well. So what we're going to do, let's get some other vehicles to compare this to. And here is Buster compared to a few vehicles. This is my Masterpiece Starscream right there in jet mode, so you can see Masterpiece sized toy. Then you also have my core class Bumblebee and my Voyager, or my leader class, my Transformers Legacy Blitzwing there. So you can kind of see from a size standpoint where this one stands or flies or sits or whatever it may be. But that is where it is. So let me get this camera readjusted. I'm going to show you how this power pilot works for Buster. Okay, back together. We're going to show you just the way this little dude works inside of this. So first you got to get this one into its power kind of combined mode, and so you can kind of see his fist will fit right in there, and then he'll tab right in, so like so. Do that to the same thing on the other side, second verse, same as the first, and now you got the little power engine. That simple. And so that's going to go right in here, and there's a couple things you can do. You could pull this door off and just pull it off, or you can pull that door up like so, and then this will slide, I believe, right in. Gotta get it in there. Gotta get it in, gotta get it in. Boom, like that. It just kind of pops in there, and then you could have that up like that or down like so, and then you got the power pilot in his power mode. One of the things I don't like about this jet mode is this stuff likes to come loose like that. That just doesn't tab in anywhere. It just kind of sits there. It would have been great if that could have tabbed in somewhere, so that way it's just more secure, and as well as the front of this jet. But that's that gimmick right there for that power pilot, that power master mode, and it goes right in there. So let's do this. Let's get it transformed into robot mode. And here it is, Destroyer, aka Buster, in robot mode. So getting it in jet mode was it was pretty fairly straightforward. Transformation's pretty straightforward on this one. I did it on that marksman one, and I'll show you that one here. I'll put a link to that in the description, but we'll compare them to that too as well. But here it is. Love the colors, love the face. The face looks cool, looks like Buster Brown. And so here it is, and I'll put a link into some other people that do transformations better than me. I didn't do the time-lapse transformation because it took some finagling on this, but when we look at articulation, you have the head goes up, head goes down, bob, and then you do have arm 360, but the wing kind of gets in the way. You do have out, butterfly. You don't have, this doesn't want to pop up, so that's you don't have like a all the way out that way, but that's it. Elbow bend 90 degrees. You do have twisty twist, and then twisty in the hands, and then the fingers, they fing. I love it. Fingers fing. There it goes. Rock and roll. Rock and roll is here to stay. Let me pop the camera up just a hair. Stay, Buster. There we go. I don't know if you saw all that, the twisting, and that. And then the waist, you do have swivel, no ab crunch on the waist, and then the legs, you do get out to about there with the legs. Kicks about there with that, and then 90 degrees. And then the back, you can't really kick that far back just because of the backpack on this. And then ankle, yep, tilt, swivel, all that good stuff. So that is a little bit of the articulation on this one. Let's bring it in for a closer look at the face. I've grown accustomed to that face. Let me get some height on my camera. Boom. There we go. You can kind of see some of the details in this face here. Love the red eyes. Still love the cockpit. And then you got the kind of the Optimus Prime mask and these little doohickeys there. But overall, really nice, masterpiece sized. FansHobby does make some solid products. The only problem is there's a lot of tabbing on some stuff that doesn't want to tab just right. But I did get it to go. The cool thing too as well is with the gun. So here's the gun. You could take the gun out of the man, but not the man out of the gun. But this has this right here, and what I love what FansHobby does is, let me see if I can open up this hand so you can see it. But there's a slat right there that gun will fit right in. So you just kind of just slide it on in, and he holds the gun fairly. I mean, not fairly, it is secure, so you don't have to worry about that gun falling out at all. But let's just kind of rotisserie it. Trying to get these all in camera is kind of tough, but there it is from the front to the side to the back. Big old backpack the other side there. So let's do this. Let me back her up. Bring the camera back down. Bring the camera back up. All sorts of stuff I gotta do with the camera. From a height standpoint, there is my knife, the blade right there. So let's compare it to some other bots for size comparison. First, for comparison, the TFCon Orlando exclusive Marksman basically is a repaint of Buster here. Beautiful colors on those, but they are exactly identical, exactly the same. There's also Fright Storm, which is out, which is the same kind of mold on here too as well. But that's these two right here. You can kind of see from the same, and they're little Power Master people there. So let's bring in a few other robots in disguise. Let's go ahead with a Legend Scale. Legend Scale DevCon, who is not wanting to stand. Legend Scale DevCon right there. We got a Core Class Thundercracker. Thunder. Wow. Let's bring in someone from SuperGod Masterforce. And that is Metal Hawk. I want a masterpiece size Metal Hawk. That would be awesome. Metal Hawk is being covered up by Buster's gun. Busta rhyme. There we go. Let me pull it back just a hair. Let's bring in masterpiece level Optimus Prime. Right there. And one more. I always got to bring in Bludgeon. Love me some Bludgeon. So we'll bring Bludgeon in. There we are. And so that's how he scales to some other bots. So Legend, DevCon, Core Class Thundercracker, Metal Hawk Voyager, Voyager Class Bludgeon, Masterpiece Level Optimus Prime, and Marksman. So let's do this. Let's get back together for some of my final thoughts on Buster. So my final thoughts on Buster, or FansHobby Destroyer from SuperGod Masterforce. So let's bring him in, bring in the power driver there. There is Buster himself right there. That's him. And then that's his larger form there, a Transector. That's what that is there. So anyway, my final thoughts on him. I mean, he's pretty similar to Marksman that I reviewed earlier. Very, very nice, very easy to transform of the Masterpiece FansHobby ones. Does have a very large backpack, but one of the things I do dig is I love the red, white, blue, and the purple on him. I love the way he looks, his face, and things like that. He does remind me of the Air Force's Thunderbirds, so that's pretty awesome, pretty cool. Love the two guns, love the where you can slot the gun in, so that way it's very sturdy, very tight. I hope Toy Hacks comes out with some labels, that way we can kind of pretty them up a little bit. That way it would look very awesome. I can't wait to get open Hydra and combine them into Dreadwing to see what they'll look like together. But just a few minor qualms, not as articulate as other Masterpiece level figures that I have. Also not as articulate as Legend scale figures that I have, but it's still got enough articulation in it. The other thing too as well is just there's just this right here, this backpack is just super big, super wonky on that. But other than that, very cool bot. FansHobby, you did a really good job. This is my second FansHobby toy, but not my last. I've still got God Genrai. I've got Athena, which is Minerva, as well as those bots, the Pretenders there, as well as Double Evil, which is aka Overlord on that. So I can't wait to do the rest of the Japanese SuperGod Masterforce on that. But on a scale of good, bad, awesome, I would give him a little awesome. He's just a little awesome on that. Just very cool, very nice, really good, and just a solid bot. I mean, you can pick him up at Bombus B or Shozi Store or TF Safari, probably right around $120. If you were to pick him up in the States, you're going to be paying a little bit more. You're going to be paying that state tax through like Chosen Prime or TF Source or Big Bad Toy Store. But definitely, if you like Masterpiece level get him. If you like F-16s, which is he's pretty much modeled after, I would get that too as well. I think so. I think it's an F-16. I don't know. If you just like jets, I would go for it. And if you like SuperGod Masterforce, definitely get them, because this is what you're gonna get until Hasbro builds one, makes a legacy one or something like that. And I don't know if they will or not. I know they've done some of the Japanese. They did a SuperGod Masterforce with Metal Hawk, but I don't know if they'll do any other legacy ones there too as well. So, but anyways, that's all I got to say about that. So tune in next time when we talk about something else, good, bad, or awesome. But in the meantime, y'all remember to stay young, have fun, and be more than meets the eye awesome. We'll talk to you later.